All right. Well, it is Thursday, May 7th. I am super pumped to have you guys all here and to co-host this little cocktail hour with a few other gals tonight and share just a little bit about coaching and about what we do and why we do it. And hopefully, this kind of gives you a chance to learn a little bit more about the behind the scenes of coaching. The take down the intimidation factor, because I've heard that from several people, it seems like way too much, and it seems like, so I kind of want to break it down a little bit for you guys tonight. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the business side of things. I'm going to share a little bit about my story, my backstory, how I got into coaching and what coaching has done for me, and then kind of dive into the business aspect a little bit. Now, just to let you guys know too, we do have a separate little 10 to 12 minute video that dives deeper into the business side of coaching. And we can certainly send that to you if you want to watch it after the fact. We're not going to show it on the call just because time is of the essence, and we know that we all have busy lives and families and stuff, and it's something you can certainly take time to watch after the call as well. So feel free to drop your email in the chat or message the coach who invited you here, and we'll make sure that you get that email with that video link to watch after the fact. But anyway, diving in, my name's Ashley Roberts. I have been a coach for 5.5 years. I was drawn to coaching initially just because I had 3 little kids at home. I have kind of been into fitness since right before I got pregnant with our third, who just turned 6. But before that, never at all, not at all. That was not me. I was not a gym goer. I tried and failed programs and diets and fads and everything like that to try to just do something to get results real quick. And then I never stuck to anything. I remember okay, I have, our wedding, and I got to get into my wedding dress. So I'm going to do this thing for 30 days. And then as soon as that happens, I'm done. I'm back to just booze and fast food and just living a life of whatever. But it was after Annie was born that I was taking 3 kids to and from the gym, trying to continue to go to the gym. My husband was traveling, spending hours going to and from the gym, and having to stop my workouts to go nurse the baby or change the diaper or break up a fight or get somebody a snack. And I was just spending a lot of tedious time that I felt like my workouts weren't productive, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I was too cheap to hire a personal trainer. I just thought I would go to the gym and throw weights around and do things. And I needed more consistency, and I needed something that was a little bit more convenient. So I saw my coach post something online about working out from home, and if you're interested in earning a little extra income. And I was like, how do you do that? Tell me more. So I talked to her. I signed up with my coach after several months of back and forth. And I was not working at the time. We had just moved from Colorado a little bit prior to. I had left the nursing profession to stay home, have our third child, stay home with my kids. And honestly, we couldn't really afford childcare at the time. So me staying home was the best thing that we could do for our family. And I just still really felt like I wasn't contributing to our family, even though, I don't know why we get that mom guilt as moms, why we feel like we need to continually do all the things. And even though my husband was you don't need to work. It's fine. I got this, you do the mom thing for now and we'll figure it out later. I just still felt guilty because I had worked, and after our second baby, I immediately went right back to work. And so I was intrigued by the opportunity to add a little extra income. And just the working out from home, the convenience kind of intrigued me as well. So I actually started with 21 Day Fix. And I think Annie was 5 months old. In my first round of 21 Day Fix, I got really good results. I did it again. I got even better results. I was blown away. And where I was a huge workout at home skeptic, I was sold. And I don't know if you guys can still hear me because it says my internet's going out again. But yeah, okay, good. So that just kind of solidified the fact that there was something more to this. And for those of you who have followed workouts at home, who have done Beachbody, who have stuck to it, who have seen results from a program, who have found the accountability group, who have found the community, you know that like, wow, there is really something more to this. This is actually, that it's not just a Richard Simmons DVD in your basement. You know, it's not just a Suzanne Summers or like a Thigh Master. Like this is like the real deal. And so I've worked through, in the 5.5 years I've been coaching, I've worked through, I can't even tell you how many programs, 12, 14 programs that I've continually just one after the next, continue to get results, continue to watch my body grow and change, and have been so very fortunate to help hundreds of women do the same. You know, for me, it was not initially about the income, but if you saw my post today, you know that like we had gone through some really hard financial times, and to the point where like I was crying in my car because my credit card would get declined at the checkout at Aldi, and to have to call my husband from the car and say like, I couldn't pay for the groceries, or, you know, I had to move money out of savings again into our account to, you know, and as we're draining our savings and racking up credit card debt after credit card debt, and we're house poor and we're living out of our means, and just sick to my stomach at the fact that I'm, you know, in the store with kids and like feeling like everyone's looking at me because my card gets declined, and you're like thumbing through your wallet trying to find another card. And I remember going, you know what, if there's another way, there has to be another way. And so that very first time, I remember like I was strategically budgeting for our groceries at Aldi. And I knew that I could get by with $85 a week for our groceries for our family of 5, if you count the infant. And our kids were small. So I'm like, okay, this, you know, I knew exactly what I needed to buy. I knew exactly what I could do to budget for our groceries. And I remember that very first time that my paycheck was over $100, my weekly paycheck. And I was like, hallelujah, I can pay for the groceries this week without having to put them on a credit card or dip into savings. And so I set that goal for myself. Like, you know what, if I can do that, then I'm doing something. Like then I'm doing a lot more than, you know, than what I felt like I needed to do more. And my husband was also very skeptical. He was also like, workouts from home are dumb. I've done that insanity thing before. I wasn't a fan. You know, you're spending too much time on your phone. You're just scrolling Facebook. You're not doing anything. And I was like, I'm going to prove you wrong, dude. I'm going to prove you wrong, and just watch. And I told my husband, I said, give me 6 months. And in 6 months, I had grown my income a little bit. I was, you know, earning several $100s a month. And I was like, look, this isn't like wasting my time. Like this is the real deal. And I started sharing with my husband the transformations that were happening in our group. And I started showing him like, look, like this isn't just me scrolling Facebook. Like this woman lost 20 pounds since January. Like this person has given up soda and lost 27 pounds. This person has found balance with their nutrition. And in case you haven't noticed, husband, I'm looking real good in these jeans over here, and I'm pretty proud of myself. So like, can we just agree that this is awesome? And he was like, you're right. Like this, okay, you know, do what you need to do. I support you. And not that he never supported me, but like, he just would like side eye me every now and then. And that was enough for me to be like, I'm going to prove you wrong. In my first full year as a coach, I saw my business grow a little bit. I saw my income grow a little bit. In my second full year as a coach, I doubled my income from the year before, and I hit 5 figures that year. And for me, that was a big deal because I was like, I was back to nursing school full time, and he was traveling all the time. And for me, it was getting up a little extra early in the morning, before my kids got up, or, you know, getting up to nurse the baby and working a little bit after I put her back down for a nap. Or it was, you know, lunchtime in between nursing classes where we had a 45-minute break, and I would go out to my car and sit in my car and I would respond to messages, and I would talk to people who were, you know, liking my posts and engaging on my posts and asking questions about what are you doing, and tell me a little bit more about that workout, or I think I want to do what you're doing. Can you give me some information? And I made a point to do that on a day-to-day basis. And at the end of my first, it was I joined in September of 2014. And in the end of September of 2015, we have this thing with Beachbody called Success Club. And what Success Club is basically when you help one person get started with like a bundle, like a challenge pack. Like you get 12 months of Beachbody on demand, you get 30 days of Shakeology, a performance line. And that typically ranges from like $140 to like $150. And it's a total solution. If you're signing up with any one of us, we're going to encourage you to sign up with Beachbody on demand, Shakeology, or performance line, because we know that fitness plus nutrition plus this community gets you results. So whenever you do that 3 times in 1 month, you're in Success Club. And for me, I saw when I first started coaching in September, I saw all of these new coach friends that I had made online go on this badass cruise in like March of 2015. And I asked my coach, Deidre, I was like, how do you do that? What do you have to do? And she was like, hit Success Club every month. And like, when you do that, you earn trip dollars. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. Like my husband and I have never been on a honeymoon. I am on a mission to prove him wrong. And if I can earn a trip and take my husband on a honeymoon, then golden. So I did. And I worked my tail off. And at the end of September 2015, I had gotten an email that we were going to Punta Cana the next spring. And I was beside myself and I was in tears. And I told my husband, like, look, we have a trip. Like, this company has given us a trip because I am showing up and I'm doing simple things every day, taking, 30 to 60 minutes out of my day to do basic things, have conversations with people, show up for myself, do my workout, talk about what I'm doing to get results, and help other people do the same. And from sitting on the runway in Punta Cana, I remember Luke looking over at me and going, after 4.5, 5 days of cocktails on the beach, and my parents took the kids, and it was beautiful and the weather was amazing and it was incredible, he was like, this is it, man. Like, yes, I'm all in. Whatever you need from me, I'm all in. And that was it. Like, I was like, okay. And from that day forward, I have not once missed a day showing up for my business. Whether I'm showing up just on social media, popping into my stories, having a conversation with somebody who's currently struggling with fitness and nutrition, talking to somebody about the financial benefits of what becoming a coach has done for me, helping my team build their teams and grow, and everything in between. I have made a point to show up every single day. The beauty of this business is the sky is the limit. There is no cap that says you can't do more with this business. In the 5.5 years that I have been a coach, I have built a 6-figure business. I have watched my income double and triple. I have given myself more raises and promotions than I can count, that you just can't find at a corporate job. And I've had a corporate job, and I've worked for companies, and that's been wonderful. But for me, this was the path that has made all of the things come together. My marriage is stronger. I'm a better mother. My faith is stronger. I'm a better human. I feel like I'm a lot less crazy. I could be a whole lot crazier, but I feel like this has made me just really so much more grateful for not only the life that I've been given, but for the simple everyday blessings that I used to take for granted. You know, I will tell you guys that hard work is absolutely what will get you the results in this business. Just like a fitness journey. You know that if you do the things, if you show up for yourself, you know that you're going to get results. You know that sometimes you have to dial in your nutrition a little bit better. You know that sometimes you have to give up a few things. And this business is dedication, and it's sacrifice sometimes, and it's commitment. And we have coaches on our team who are strictly here as hobby coaches that help people every now and then. We have coaches that work a little bit more than hobby coaches and set goals to reach those minimum benchmarks every month. We have coaches who are working toward full-time. I am a full-time coach now and I never intended to be when I started, but there is so much that this business can do for you depending on how you want to work it and how you want to take it. We have an amazing team. We have an amazing organization. We have an incredible upline organization as well. And what's so great about this company is that not only do we have the CEO who, when he speaks and you hear that fire and passion in his voice, he wants to see his coaches succeed. He wants to see every person who has signed up as a coach and has intentions to build a business, no matter how small or how big, he wants to see you reach your goals. And he wants to do everything in his power to get you there. Our mission statement with Beachbody is helping people live healthy and fulfilling lives. And that rings so true with what he says and does, what has been integrated through this whole entire community. And we carry it into our challenge groups and into our new coaches. And it's truly, truly beautiful. I love this company. I bleed Beachbody blue. And, you know, it's something that has just done so much for me and my family. And I'm so very, very grateful that I took that leap and I said, you know what, like, what do I have to lose? And I started slow and I have been steady. And it's pretty amazing just to see what consistency can do. So before I continue to ramble on anymore, I'm going to send it over to Amanda and let her do some talking for a while.
Hi guys, I'm Amanda. I have been a coach for 2 years now. My 2-year anniversary was last week on the 2nd. I think the 2nd was last week. And I am much different than Ashley, even though she's actually my coach. I am a mom of a 3-year-old. My husband travels for work and I work full time. So coaching was never something that I was going to do. I went to school. I got my degree in business. I got a minor in marketing, and I have a job in a marketing department for a very large company. And I was like, I don't want to coach. So I was a challenger for my first year. And that first year, I wasn't really plugged into anything. I kind of showed up here and there. And then I started really dialing in after I realized I was a year out of being pregnant and I still had all my pregnancy weight. And I had told my husband the year before that I was going to buy it and it was going to work and I was going to do the things. And I didn't. So I lied. And then I felt bad about that. So a year later, in February or March, I started stalking Ashley on Instagram. And I say stalking, I mean stalking, you guys. If a story went up, I saw it, I stalked her. And I was so scared. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, at that point, I was still 30 pounds heavier than I am now with zero confidence whatsoever. But I was posting these like selfies of me after I got done working out because it was for my own accountability. So I was posting on Instagram, like, just finished day 4. And she's like, girl, are you a coach? I'm like, no, I'm not a coach. You want to be a coach? Nope, sure don't. So she and I talked for 3 months before I decided to be a coach. It took me 3 months of still watching her every day, seeing her team explode, watching her be happy, which I thought was completely fake. I'm like, she's just faking it. No one's this happy. Like, she has 3 kids. No. Like, her husband travels. No. Like, I am there right now with 1 kid and I'm not happy. And I hate myself. And being a mom is awful. And yes, I say that. Being a mom for me was awful. I had postpartum depression. I hated my body. My husband was gone 85% of the week, sometimes months long on a stint. And being a mom, working, and with your husband gone just kind of got to me. I didn't have any local friends for the most part, to be honest. A lot of my friends that I did have didn't have kids. So once I had a kid, they were like, peace, see you later. And so 3 months after her, like, hey girl, you should do it. You're already doing it. And I'm like, no, totally fine. Like, I don't want your discount. I don't want your stuff. I don't want to sell. And so I finally gave in, and I'm like, fine, I'll be a coach. I'm not doing the things, but I'll be a coach. And I still have the video. Like, I legit saved our video conversation that we had back and forth. And the person that I am in that video, I don't even recognize. And it's funny because I'll show my daughter the pictures of mommy. And like when I'm doing like my comparisons to photo, and she doesn't actually recognize that person. That was kind of like the dead version of me 2 years ago, was not the same me that I am now. And I can contribute that to coaching, because coaching, in the coaching world, you have 4 vital things that you have to do as a coach. One is just be the proof that the products work. So like if you join Beachbody as a coach, like your number 1 job requirement is just to work out, drink Shakeology, and like take care of yourself, which is absolutely insane. I go to work for the corporate world, and my number 1 job priority at my job is definitely not making sure Amanda is okay. It is, did Amanda do this today? Did Amanda come in time? Did Amanda meet these meetings? Did Amanda get these projects out the door? Like, did this get sent to Google today? So it's kind of fun running your own business, because you're your own boss. And when a company believes in you and wants you to be the best version of you, it's a game changer, you guys. Like, that is when I saw my biggest weight loss. I lost 43 pounds as soon as I became a coach, because I kind of had a little more belief in me. And then I had a team believing in me. And then they were logging onto this Zoom link every morning. And so I logged onto this Zoom link thinking that this was the key, and I'm going to lose all this weight and I'm going to feel amazing. And gosh dang it, I did. I lost the weight. I felt amazing. My life changed. And I can contribute Beachbody to the mom I am today, to the wife I am today, because 2 years ago, 2 years ago, I was straight struggling, you guys. I was on the verge of a mental breakdown. And it's hard being a wife and a mom when you don't love yourself. It's hard knowing that you have to show up every day and you have to get out of bed when you don't want to and you don't really see a why. Because I didn't believe in myself to believe I needed to get out of bed, to believe that anybody would want to do this with me. I legit was like, no one's gonna want to join me. I'm weird. I'm an introvert. I don't like talking to people. I don't really want to go anywhere and do anything. Like, I just want to lay in my bed, watch Netflix, and binge on Bravo TV. I still binge on one Bravo show. Anyways, I don't know where I was going with that. Brooklyn. But my love for Beachbody grew when I went to my very first event. Hold on. So I went to my very first event, and it was crazy. I was awkward. I waited outside until the event essentially started, and it changed my life. These women in this group that have invited you here, I didn't meet them for like the first year of coaching in person. Like, everything was all on Instagram and everything was all on video, and that was really, really weird. Like, really freaking weird. Sorry. So this is my life in a nutshell now. If you join Beachbody thinking that it's going to turn out perfect and all these videos, you're going to have everything written out and everyone's going to show up and your family's not going to be insane, then I don't know whose team you're on, because it's not ours. Like, clearly we don't have our shit together. Either our internet doesn't work or our kids are going crazy. One of a million things are going to go wrong. So don't be perfect. If you're perfect, I don't want you on my team, because then you're not going to respect my craziness. You guys, I bleed Beachbody blue. I say that. I also bleed yellow for Energize. So that's still Beachbody. So it's changed my life. Yes, I still work full time. I have crazy goals of retiring my daytime job though by the end of this year, because the the feeling I get when I get to help my clients, when I get to help my team succeed, and when I don't know how to explain it, but when you get that first transformation of your own, it's like, yeah, I feel really good. But when you're out there and you're helping your best friend and she's feeling amazing, and like her relationship is better. Maybe it's her relationship with her husband, or her relationship with God, or her relationship with a family member is better because of this community, is when it's a game changer. And that was my game changer. And those are the women that I try and reach, is those moms, those ones that need the community, the support, who want to lose weight, or maybe they just want to tone up, or maybe they just want someone vet with them every morning because they need a person in their life. I was that person. And like Ashley talks about the vacations, you guys, I haven't been on a vacation in 6 years, 7 years. We bought our house. We didn't go on a honeymoon, besides we went up to Mackinac Island, but that's really not a honeymoon because, I mean, we've been there before. But we've not gone on a vacation. I had my daughter 3.5 years ago. She was sick with a corporate job, FYI. I only got 14 days off a year. If you've had a sick kid in your life, you know that that's not going to get you any vacation. So with Beachbody, I have earned my first free vacation, and freaking COVID or not, we are going next year. I don't care. I'm going to fly out or like take a boat out myself. And I get to take my husband, and we're going to take our daughter because it'll be the first family vacation we've ever been on. And I know it sounds crazy to take my kid, but if I want to leave her one day, like there's even like a place that they'll watch her there. And we're gonna have a fun time, and it's because of the hard work. I've never, ever had this opportunity. What I got for my 5-year anniversary at my corporate job was 2 champagne flutes. I've been with Beachbody 2 years, and I've already earned a free vacation. It's not easy, it's work, but it's work that you'll get the most, like, the best feeling in the world out of it, where it doesn't feel like work. I don't know how to explain it. I was so scared. I can send you guys the video if you don't believe me. Like, my face is this much bigger. I am like, my boobs are like bigger. Like, it's just real awkward. And I am like, I don't know. Like, I guess whatever you, if you want to be confident, just join this team. Like, their confidence will pour into you, and you're gonna be like, I don't even know who that girl was. You know? I don't even know where I was going. I had a whole thing until my kid came in here, and then I got distracted. And I don't know, just if you're on this call or you're listening to this call, you're listening and watching for a reason. Clearly, God's speaking out to you, or whatever you believe in is speaking into you, and you joined this for a reason. So I say go with your gut. Give it a chance. What's the worst that happens? You decide it's not for you, and like you lose some weight along the way. I think that's a pretty good deal, because either way, you're buying a package and you get the coaching opportunity for free. And I mean, my own personal, we've got the best leaders in the world. They're going to show up for you if you have a question. They're going to show up for you when you have your miscarriage. They're going to show up for you when you're crying over your family because they suck. I mean, I've been there. That was me. These girls are there all the time. And if you're stuck in a rut, they're still going to be there. They're my family. All these women on here, they're my family. And I've never had friends like this ever in my entire life. So I don't know, like, I'm so grateful. So forever grateful. That was definitely not where I wanted this to go. I'm so sorry, guys. You never know what you're going to get out of me. Each week it'll be a new Amanda. I think Rhiannon is gonna share a little bit too. So I'm gonna let her take over while I crawl in a hole, because #introvert right here.
No, that was great. Okay, so I am going to refrain from cursing as much as I can. That's probably why Amanda and I get along so well, because we both talk like truck drivers. Anyway, so I started this probably only, I don't know, back in like September or October. A little bit of backstory, like a lot of people know, just reading my post and I've talked about it. I have had a rough like 4 years being sick, like super sick. I always joke about it, like I have 3 belly buttons now because I've had feeding tubes, and I still struggle a lot when it comes to my pancreas and just everything that's going on with that. So I decided I was getting out of a bad breakup to put my girls, 3 girls, 4 dogs, and 2 cats in the car and drive down to Texas, not really knowing what I was doing, where I was going, or anything. We bought a house down here. And when I got down here, I literally had nothing, like no job, no friends, no nothing. My sister had been down here, they're military. And my mom ended up moving down here, but I didn't know what to do. Like, and I did not post on social media. I was a very private person. I always have been, and I still am with some stuff, which I'm working on, with sharing my story. But I was kind of stalking Amanda a little bit. She had invited me numerous times if I went back to look at it. And I was just like, yeah, whatever. I'm not really like into it yet, I don't think. And then just like one day I was just like, I'm going to do it. Like, I have my master's in nutrition education. I worked, as a nutritionist. I ran culinary arts programs. So I felt like it was like up my alley to try to do. The only part that wasn't was the social media part. So I just kind of went all in, and I literally didn't even know what I was doing. And I remember texting her like the screenshot of like, I was just like signed up, like, congratulations type thing. And I'm like, now what the hell do I do? So I figured I needed to start working out, because I'm going to be honest, fitness was not my thing. Nutrition was, but not fitness. You will never find me running. I tried a couple weeks ago and like literally almost died. But I have really dove into this for myself, and even for my girls. Like, just them seeing me the past 4 years and the stuff that I went through and the stuff that they had to go through. I was gone for months at a time in the hospital, literally months, on like in pieces. They were with my parents all the time. It was really hard for them. And then, I would come back for a little while and I just wasn't myself. And I have worked like really, really hard to be where I am today. I have dug deep into personal development. I got kind of bad with it, like this time period that we've been in quarantine. But like, when I tell you, like, meditation, I am so big into meditating. EFT, like I'm kind of crazy when it comes to that stuff, but it works. And I felt like if there was something else that I could do to better myself and then be a better mother to my kids, that's what I was doing. So I did this. I kind of did it half-assed in the beginning when it came to the coaching aspect and working. I was working, but I was playing on my phone. So I stopped doing that a couple, maybe like 3-ish weeks ago, and have seen a total change, like in just, the people that I'm reaching out to, the people that actually are reaching out to me, and they're like, you're such a freaking inspiration. Like, and they want to be a part of this. Like, and I don't think that you realize, like, just by posting what you're doing and sharing your stories genuinely and being authentically yourself, which I wasn't doing in the beginning because I was scared of judgment. But I started doing that more. It's more that I'll share eventually. But people like reach out to you. You inspire people without you even knowing. Like, I mean, I've had people that just like are messaging me today and they're like, I've been watching your stories. Like, you're such an inspiration. And I'm like, geez, like, you don't realize it, you really don't until I guess you kind of hear it. But so I am just pushing through with this. And enjoying every single second of it. And my kids are involved in it. They enjoy the workouts. They enjoy, and they'll ask me, oh, Mom, did you help somebody today? Like, it's great for them to see me work the way that I'm working now from home. Because working before I did it, it was a struggle for me because of everything that was going on. So this has given me an opportunity to really make what I want out of this business. And I realized, like, the past like 3 weeks, like, I can do this. Like, and I'm like all in, balls to the wall. Don't know if I should have said that, but this is kind of my jam. This is what I found that I really, really enjoy doing. And I realized, like, I have to do make times that I'm actually working and I'm not just on my phone. Like, just, there's a way to do it. And I have 3 kids by myself. So if I can do it, like, really, I mean, you can do it. It's just routine and structure, and the community. This community is freaking amazing. Like, that was one of my points when I moved down here. I didn't have anybody. And I have leaned in so much to these women every single day from 5 a.m. until I don't know what time. But they're always there. Like, and if you can't get your coach, you can get another coach that's in this like community of women, which is amazing. I think that's really it. I don't know. I think that's it. Otherwise, I'll keep talking.
I think you did really good. You did
Okay.
good. Yeah, you're watching you with your kids do it is the best. I love seeing your kids involved 100%.
It's so nice to see kids, like even your daughter did. Like, everybody's kids enjoy doing. Ella did it today in cowboy boots. So. All right, I don't know who's next. I don't know, Ashley, you want to wrap it up, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing I think that's so great about being a coach is that, like, the involvement that is there is unparalleled. I mean, we lean in and we all go through hard stuff, and we all have challenges, and we all have things that come and go in our lives day to day and short term and long term. And like Amanda said, like, introverts unite, man, because I am a total introvert. Like, I want to be invited, but I don't want to come. But I want to know that the invite's there. And like, I want to be in my sweats on the couch. But like, this has helped me in so many ways. And so many girls on our team will say the same thing, like, I was no, I don't get along with girls, I'm only friends with guys kind of person. And like, because I just didn't have good relationships with women. And this has shown me a completely different side of like what strong female friendship is supposed to look like. And when you're like, I'm not going to work out because I feel like crap and I just don't really feel like it. And you tell other people that, and they're like, okay, you're going to regret that. So get your ass moving, because you know what? You're going to feel better and you need those endorphins. Or like, I'm feeling down about such and such. And you share that with the community, and like, people will lift you up. People, complete strangers on the internet. Our current group has like 116 women, and you can count on sharing something that you're struggling with, sharing a victory, something, and there is going to be somebody else there that will either pick you up, cheer you on, encourage you, and that is amazing. And when I started, I had no idea that any of this could be possible. I didn't know about the trips. I didn't know about this stuff, the rewards, the prizes, the free t-shirts, and all that stuff. I started because I needed community, and I didn't have that. And I was done starting and stopping and starting and stopping and quitting and quitting and quitting. And this it gives us that lean in ability. It gives us that ability to go, you know what, like, maybe I'm not going to do it today, but I'm going to do it tomorrow, because I know that somebody out there gives a crap. And I want to do it for myself, and I want to do it for my kids, and I want to do it because I want to do it, not because I have to. So thank you guys all for taking the time to get on tonight. We really appreciate it. I hope this was helpful. I hope you have some really great takeaways. Does anyone have any questions or anything that you want to ask? Oh, Dana. So much love for this team, for these girls. All right, y'all. If you think of anything, don't hesitate to reach out. If we can send out that video if you haven't seen it yet. If you want to watch it, be sure to let myself or the coach who invited you here know if you're watching the recording. And again, thanks guys for taking the time to get on. We have, side note, we have probably some of the best promotions going on this month. I will tell you guys, like, to get real businessy again, being a coach is amazing, hands down. Being a coach right now, like, given the terrible circumstances of the world right now, I have never seen more people in need of a community and in need of support. Beachbody has brought in 500,000 new customers in the last 30 days that need home workouts, that need coaching, that need community. And when I say, like, there's not a better time to be a coach, I mean it. And I'm not just saying that as like a salesy gimmick. I'm saying that because we all know it. Like, anxiety is high, emotions are high, frustration is high. There's so much uncertainty and so much unknown. And when you have community and when you have people that you can lean into, it means the world. So yes, it's a really great time to be a coach right now. Yes, we have all these crazy, amazing promos for signing up right now in the month of May. But what I can tell you is, even if you sign up to coach and you don't help one person, you've helped yourself. You've showed up, you've met other people, you've done something for you. And that is what is so unbelievably important, is that you did it for yourself. All right, y'all. Thanks for getting on. I appreciate it. You guys have a good night. Bye.